We'll do the same format, so if you could please raise your hand, I'll be sure to call on you.
Honestly.
Cameras rolling. All right, we'll start with Joey up in front.
Clark said this program has limitless potential a second ago. Just how does today kind of show you that maybe is true?
Well, I think the only reason I'm up here is because I play quarterback for the team. I think there's a lot of guys on defense who really changed the game. Colby Taylor won't pop up on this stat sheet, but he was straps all night. C.J. Hurd, big turnover. But our defense, won us the game tonight, and it's a credit to them. They took the time out to study, and they wanted this bad.
Pat.
Yeah. Diego, to have game day here on your campus and a big game that everybody's watching, you guys to find ways to win what Clark said was an ugly game. What does that say about who you guys are?
I think we're a bunch of misfits, A lot of guys are repping it on their shirt. You think about our team, Richie Hoskins, a Division III player, lacrosse player who came out and he's on our squad, M.K. Young, not recruited at all. Myself, not recruited at all. Eli, who's a washed-up quarterback. But that's just like our whole O-line, or a lot of our O-line is like a FCS, Conference USA guys, guys who were slept on, and I feel like we all got that chip on our shoulder. And then defensively, same thing. Josh Singh, bunch of misfits, who really just don't care about what the people say. We just want to go out there and play.
Billy, then Chris.
Despite the penalties, the turnover, and an ugly game, it was 3-3 at halftime. How do you think you guys were able to power through and go up 17-10, and they were a yard short of tying it for overtime? How were you guys able to get the win?
Yeah, we live by a few standards in the program, and one of them is head body. That just go next play, best play, And obviously there's going to be tip balls. It bounced their way today. And then, the penalties, we need to clean that up offensively. And, it would be a whole different game, and a lot of us not stressing at the end or whatever. But that's something we could fix in practice, and we'll get that fixed this coming week.
Chris, then Steve.
Diego, championship teams need games like this, and also what were you thinking watching that final play and then waiting for the outcome?
Oh, well, I got a lot of faith in our defense, I'll tell you that. But yeah, I agree. Championship teams, go through games like this. It's just how you prevail. You go through those hard times, and then we play real complementary football. The defense lifted up the offense, and the offense lifted up the defense at times. That's how we do. And that's credit to everyone. Really being bonded together.
Steve.
Diego, from the day you got here, you said this team was going to win. But how has the team evolved in the last year and a half from speaking it to living it, beating good teams, and now winning a game against a really good team where maybe you don't play your best?
Well, first, I think we all got a lot of faith in there with Christ and in the team, and I feel like a lot of guys are just pushing towards Christ, and I feel like we're Christ's team, and I really truly feel like that. But I think that's why we're so successful right now.
Graham, then Pete.
Yeah, Diego, you sort of touched on the penalties, but what does it say about the character of this team that you're able to have penalties in crucial moments, but you still come out on top?
Shoot, I just think that we're a good team. Nick Haber won't be up here, but his punting was really good. His average was 44.4, which is great, Sometimes we're going to have games like this, and it just goes to show that everyone's ready. They're ready for their chance. They're ready to play, and that's championship football right there.
Pete, and then Gentry.
What's up, Diego? I got to ask it. Vanderbilt launched the campaign this week. Do you believe you should win the Heisman? Why? But beyond all that, too, how bad do you want it to just kind of, for your O-line, for the rest of the people around you, to prove what you guys have done here?
First off, hell yeah, I believe it, We just got to keep winning football games. And, I feel like the schedule that we got, obviously it's a difficult schedule. Playing in the SEC, you'll play a lot of ranked teams. And what was the last question you said?
Just how much it would mean to win that just for what your O-line has done to create the opportunities you've had and your wide receivers and the rest of your teammates?
Well, you see today we're really talented. Trey Richardson with that big catch. Our line's great. You know, they felt like they didn't play their best game today. You know, they came to me and you know, we're saying sorry or whatever. I'm like, dude, we won. You know, but that's not the standard around here. We want to dominate, and you know, offensively we'll get it together and be prepared for Texas.
Gentry, last question to Dylan.
Diego, you had to fight just to even get to play here this year. How much fun are you having right now?
I'm having a lot of fun. I feel like this team's just so well connected. Today's Seti's birthday too, so happy birthday to Seti. But you know, we're just all gonna go hang out with Seti, have a good time with him, and I feel like this team just cares about one another. You know, no matter what is going on, or you know, Chase Mitchell has us over sometimes, and his girlfriend cooks or whatever. And that just goes to show, like, we really care about each other. We really want to be there for one another. And even after, you know, this season of football, we're all going to be there for each other.
Last question to Dylan.
Yeah, Diego, what's it like for you to see the environment both at the game today and at college game day? And specifically, what does it feel like to see what the students have poured into this and its energy that you've, you know, largely infused into them, camping out all night and all that stuff?
They deserve it, you know. All the stress they put on themselves in the books, you know. But I know what was that kid's name, Tyler or whatever? He drained that thing. I was happy for him, you know. That's gonna cover a lot of tuition fees or whatever. But these guys deserve it. I can't wait to, you know, I think we get one more home game, 2 more home games. We'll be excited to put on a show for them and give them what they deserve on our way out.
Thanks, everybody.
Appreciate you guys.